just quickly do that and give you as a perspective. But let me come straight back to Rahul. We also have Ashish Chaturmohta, who's joining us, Managing Director and Fund Manager at Apex PMS, joining us this morning, JM Financial. Ashish, give us a sense. How are you viewing markets at this point?
Hi, good morning. So,
Very good morning.
as far as broader markets are concerned, I think markets are trading in a very sideways trajectory. Concerns related to rupee, crude, and the way inflation is hitting up. I think, and we are seeing globally a lot of countries are seeing rate hikes. So, this is putting pressure on the broader markets per se, and I think that's going to be the trend, at least from a large cap nifty perspective. So I think markets are going to trade in a broader range between 23,000 on at a lower end to 24,500 on a higher side. But as far as strength is concerned, I think it's the small and mid cap where we are seeing very good traction coming in, and particularly in themes like AI, data center, capital markets, and capital goods and manufacturing as a broader sector. If you look at the quarterly earnings, I think we have seen a very good re-rating into a lot of these small and mid cap companies, and the way they are putting capex is clearly indicating that the fresh fixed asset turnover is going to asset turn is also going to see the further hike into the revenue or the top line of these companies. In terms of margin profile, yes, there could be some pressure due to this rising inflationary environment, but because of rising volume and the kind of capacity utilization which is happening into the manufacturing space, we will see the earning growth momentum coming very strong. And we believe that one has to be very selective in this small and mid cap, where I think a lot of alpha generation opportunities are available.
Okay. So alpha generating opportunities in the small and mid cap space. Ashish, if I were to just quickly ask you a follow up with regard to how one should play the market at this time, what's the downside risk if at all the West Asia crisis remains as is? Have we bottomed out in your opinion? Really, that's one of those questions, or do we leave ourselves exposed to material downsides, say 5, 7, 10% more? And what's the upside from here? So say West Asia were to resolve itself tomorrow, could we see maybe a 5-7% rally pretty much immediately?
So, see, as I said that, large cap, yes, I think the downside is very much protected around 23,000, 22,500 at a broader level, because if you look at rupee situation, we have already seen a very sharp drop in rupee. We have already seen crude hitting almost 110, and then some cool off is taking place. So I think most of it is already discounted into the price. And I think if there is any kind of de-escalation which starts to happen, we will see Nifty inching towards 24,500 kind of trajectory. But as far as, till the time FIs don't come into the market, there is already an over ownership of a lot of these large cap names. So I think the underperformance will start coming from a lot of these large cap names. Yes, there could be immediate short term positive reaction which can be seen at a broader market, but from a medium to long term perspective, till the time we don't see a clear reversal from FIs, I think a lot of these large caps are going to see underperformance. So that's the reason we mentioned that where the real alpha will be made is the small and mid cap. And there, I think we need to identify sectors. So, for example, CDMO opportunities within the pharma space is one space where we are seeing very strong growth coming for a lot of these companies like Laurus Lab, Biocon, Naveen Fluorine, or even for that matter, a small mid cap company like Sci Life, where very good traction in terms of the CDMO businesses is being visible, and that's going to create a lot of operating leverage for a lot of these CDMO companies within the pharma space. Now, if you look at the capital market space, we are already seeing BSE, MCX, which has been continuously hitting new all-time highs. So I think apart from the exchanges, you can see a lot of these asset management companies, or even some of the brokers like Angel One looks very promising, because if you look at the size of opportunity for these players is very strong. And if you look at the market leadership position of, let's say, company like Angel One, which has got almost 18%, 19% market share in the cash segment as well as the derivative segment, and they have already entered into the mutual fund business. And along with that, the wealth management business, Ionic is also seeing a very good traction. So all put together, there could be a re-rating for companies like Angel One within the capital market theme. Within the capital goods segment, we are seeing very good traction in HVDC segment or transformer segment, and that's where companies like Siemens Energy is going to see a very good traction, because if you look at till 2030, lot of these order book of companies like Siemens Energy, Hitachi, or GE Vernova is already full. So you will see the revenue or the top line growth of a lot of these companies in a very good traction. And add to it a company like CG Power, which has got the optionality of semiconductor. So I think apart from transformer, semiconductor will see a very good traction, and that's where companies like CG Power would also remain in a very good trend. So
Right.
what we believe is it is more stock specific and thematic, opportunities, which looks very promising at current juncture in the broader market.
Okay. All right. We'll take a bit of a pause. Plenty of food for thought. Let me, in fact, quickly go across to Kunal. Kunal, your mid-cap picks for this morning, very quickly.
Yeah, that's a buy on Aarti Industries.
Index looks a lot better, like Kunal was just flagging off, than what one anticipated given the trend in the last 6 days.
So definitely markets are seeing some stability around 23,500 kind of trajectory, but at the same time till we don't see a very clear strength coming into large cap private banks, I think it's going to trade in a broader range between 23,500 to 24,000 trajectory. But definitely I think today ICICI Bank and Axis Bank, these are the two names which are showing signs of bottoming out. So there can be very good reversal coming into it. Apart from that, I think some capital goods theme like CG Power and Siemens Energy, both are showing very good signs. So I think these are the names, and even BHEL for that matter is showing very strong stability. So I think these are the three names within the capital goods space which might show some good interest in the short to medium term time frame.
Look at what's happening on Page this morning. We were chatting with the management as well earlier today. A solid 4.5% of a bump up. And then LIC as well, which on the back of strong earnings has also jumped up